Greetings, everybody. And Tyler and I were just discussing songs to have sex to.
And apparently We Belong Together by Mariah Carey is the incorrect answer.
You'll always be my baby.
Oh, that's even worse.
Okay, before we get into that, my name is Brad, and welcome to Popcorn Dogs.
My name is Tyler, and welcome to Popcorn Dogs.
It's your favorite podcast about... what is this movie about? Dick monsters and ineffectual masculinity problems, ambivalence, and Joaquin Phoenix in his most timid, shy, annoying role ever.
He does a good job, though, because I am annoyed. He always does a good performance. But for a special occasion, this podcast will also be 3 hours long.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the movie for 3 hours.
Beau is afraid. This movie could be talked about for 3 hours. So, Beau is afraid. This movie came up because we like to throw a vote to our members of our Discord, of our Patreon. Check it out if you want to be a part of these votes. And we like to throw it over to them. And the topic was controversial movies. Polarizing movies is the actual word I used. And this is one of the options in this one.
Well, you guys nailed it.
I am so sorry for what your daddy passed down to you. But I wanted a child, the greatest gift of my life.
I'm visiting my mother tomorrow.
Hi, Carrot. It's Mom. I'm just calling to say that I'm so excited to see you tomorrow. You're my angel, and I love you. Okay, I love you. Okay, bye, sweetie. I love you.
Are you at the airport?
I'm on my way. It's not safe, is it? What do you think I should do?
I'm sure you'll do the right thing, sweetheart.
Welcome back.
I hit you with my car.
What?
I know.
What was this?
That's my little assistant health monitor. Feeling sad about going home, Beau? Must feel totally unreal.
I'm supposed to be leaving.
I don't know if that's gonna happen.
You will walk many miles. Dozens will become hundreds. Hundreds will become thousands. Your adventures will continue for years and years.
I just need to get home.
I know.
Sweet devotion, it's not for me. Just give me
Why did you lie to me?
Do you want the truth now?
Well, I am very happy at one because Ari Aster, before I had seen this movie and the following film, I would have said like easily one of my favorite directors working today. And after seeing this and Eddington, I stand by that statement. When watching this movie, was incredibly annoyed and disappointed and checking my phone. But it needed some time in the oven, and I needed to think about it and listen to Ari Aster talk about it. I think there's a lot of problems with the movie, but overall, I'm coming out feeling really warm towards this film right now.
I think I'm in probably about the same stage of grief that you were in. Because
denial.
I finished it this morning for the first time ever. And I did do a little bit of like checking in on what Ari had to say about the movie and like just listening to some other people on Reddit to see if I was the only one
It's like, am I missing
who felt
something?
the way I felt.
Yeah.
But Hereditary and Midsommar are two of my favorite horror movies that have been made in recent memory.
This informs my feelings on those movies.
Yes. Incredibly disappointed with this movie. I did not know what to expect.
Yeah.
What I got was not what I wanted at all.
I was watching it wrong.
I can appreciate the ambition behind this project.
Those first opening shots where there is a lot of action in the frame.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, he's swinging.
Yep. And I was pumped about that.
And this is, I mean, Coogler's got this coming soon too. Like after Sinners, now he gets the blank check film. This was Ari Aster's blank check film. Like,
you telling me his blank check film was a 3-hour movie about how he hates his mom?
Dude, I think.
Damn.
So the only thing I knew about this movie going into it was the absolutely horrific poster. That poster has what looks like the worst Photoshop job ever of 3 Joaquin Phoenixes and the boy. And it's just called Beau is Afraid. And if there was an award for the worst poster design ever, this is a nominee at least.
100%.
Because it's so bad, I didn't watch an Ari Aster film. Like, that's how bad the poster was. And I stand by that statement. And then I guess the reviews were coming out mixed, which should have got me more excited than less excited because I like movies that are polarizing. And I went into this movie approaching it as if it was a horror, and that's a mistake of mine as well. It's a comedy. It's a nightmare comedy. It's got a layer sometimes that is so thin, I think a lot of people fall right through it. But I also then, after seeing this movie, I went back and I looked at Midsommar, and I'm like, that's not a horror movie.
No, Midsommar is not a horror movie. It is, I don't even know what you would call that. It's almost like I think it's maybe just a straight suspense movie.
I like a nightmare drama.
Yeah, because it's just this sense of dread that is constantly being pulled throughout the entire movie. Like Hereditary, in my opinion, dope-ass horror movie. That is a horror movie.
That is a horror movie.
Midsommar has this excellent just dread that just pulls, it's like pulling the string out of a sweater for the entire movie.
But and Ari Aster there's comedy in these too. Like Midsommar, I remember we were walking around Portland, me and some friends. It was this magical experience where we didn't have plans that day. We were just wandering, and we were a little like baked. We just walked by a movie theater and was like, hey, it's kind of hot out. Let's go to a movie. And we just walked in. We didn't know what we were seeing. We just went and saw Midsommar. It was magical. But we were all a little baked. And everyone was just like, holy shit. But then the scene where he's thrusting away and all the ladies are like pushing him and like breathing.
Yeah. Somebody
laughed in the theater. And then the whole theater's like, oh, everyone starts laughing. Yeah. And it was this real nice release of tension. But there's a lot of just, it's like nightmare horror where it's so shocking that you either laugh or it scares you. And that's what a lot of this movie does as well.
And Ari Aster has been very good about that through all of his films, because Hereditary, the scene with the desk, it is incredibly shocking and jarring and very violent. And the moment it happened, I'm so taken aback that I laughed.
Yeah.
The laugh turns into a, oh my fucking God.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it is the shock, I think, when your body has that natural response to just laugh it off at first. I didn't get any of that in Beau, though.
Well, I think
I got that in Midsommar and Hereditary, but Beau, I didn't laugh. I think I maybe chuckled once.
I think you and I have a problem that we went to film school, and our instinct is to find meaning and to break things down, and we want to just like decipher a film.
Yeah, I could not do that.
Ari Aster, he's been talking about this movie, and like he was before a surprise screening, he was talking to the audience, and they're like, "What to expect?" He's like, "Don't try and understand it. It's just a stupid movie."
Yeah, I didn't know that until after I read a post of him talking in a Q&A after a screening in LA, and the moderator asked questions, and they were like, he couldn't even answer any of them because it was just like, I don't know, it's whatever.
He has described it as a Jewish version of Lord of the Rings, except instead it's just going to your mom's house. And the more I've thought about the movie and sat with it, like, I get what he's doing. Does it need to be 3 hours? Probably not. But let's go to the top. All right. Ari Aster was born July 15th, 1986 in New York City, the son of a poet mother and a jazz musician father. I could imagine that being some pressure.
There's a lot of snapping in that house.
Yeah.
A lot of like 4/4 just.
Could you imagine being a kid and writing a poem and your mom's like, couldn't you do better? He described himself as a fat kid with a stutter. And at that point, you either become a serial killer or a filmmaker, I think.
Yeah.
I've seen Mindhunter. Was obsessed with movies, wanted to become an author, and became interested in filmmaking through screenwriting. Wrote 6 feature-length films in high school.
That's impressive.
That's a lot.
I wrote 2 in high school. They both are terrible. I filmed a trailer for one.
But you wrote them.
Yes.
And that's something.
It was fun.
That's an accomplishment. In 2004, he began studying film at the Santa Fe University of Art and Design and began making short films. He graduated in 2008 and debuted as the writer and director of a short film called The Tale of Two Tims, which he submitted to the American Film Institute, which led to him being accepted in the 2010 class of fellows at the AFI Conservatory's graduate program. The most notable project there was a short psychological horror film titled The Strange Thing About the Johnsons, which follows the member of a suburban family in which the father finds himself trapped in an incestuous relationship with his abusive son.
I've heard about this.
He's got family things.
Yeah, I didn't know. That's him?
Yeah, he directed it.
Because I was in college when I think that happened. 2011, I would have been in college. I remember hearing something about that. The name of that just like unlocked something in the back of my brain.
Yeah, and I see short film, I'm like, cool, I'll check it out.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
30 minutes. It's not a short film.
No, that's a middle film.
Yeah,
I don't. Medium film.
That's the rare film length or like media length you never see. Just a 30-minute short story.
Yeah, well, it's also like it's a little frustrating because it's like not. It's like a TV episode, but it's not.
I think it's fine. I think it's appropriate.
I never really sit. It's a commitment, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like the difference between someone saying like I'll be there in 1 minute, I'll be there in 5 minutes. Someone's like I'll be there in 2 minutes. I don't like the middle. I don't like that.
Yeah, go bigger or smaller.
I need to know what I'm getting into.
In 2011, he made a short film called Beau. About a neurotic middle-aged man's trip to visit his mother, which is delayed indefinitely when his keys are mysteriously taken from his door. He is subsequently haunted by an increasingly sinister chain of upsetting events. I watched his short film, which is the first act of Beau is Afraid, almost. Instead, he stays at home and just like sets up traps to try and identify when the door is getting broken into. And it ends with like some monster actually there or not. That's the fun, right?
Yeah.
2018, well, and then he wanted to make Beau into a feature-length film for a while. Could not get the script approved, but he got Hereditary approved in 2018, and the film premiered in the midnight section at that year's Sundance Film Festival, acclaimed by critics, with Toni Collette's performance receiving particular praise, and was a commercial success, grossing over $80 million on a $10 million budget, becoming A24's highest-grossing film worldwide at the time.
That movie fucks. It is really good.
There's not many movies that I would just say, like, you're perfect and never change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's definitely one.
Yeah.
Honestly, with Midsommar, too, because Midsommar is like just, I like it a lot. They're both really solid films.
Midsommar, my introduction to Florence Pugh, who is one of my favorite actresses now.
Yeah.
And that movie, Ari Aster is a powerful filmmaker because that movie opens up with that long shot following the hose from the car.
Yeah.
And just the wailing over the phone. I'm like, that is the most intense opening to a film. And I'm just stoned in Portland. I'm like, what? It's like 2 p.m. What is happening? This is not okay. Midsommar follows a group of American university students who travel to Sweden for a festival that occurs every 90 years and find themselves in the clutches of a cult claiming to practice paganism. Theatrically released on July 3rd, film received positive reviews and it was very well regarded. 2014, a draft of Beau is Afraid circulates on the internet. So there was a full version of the script in 2014 that got out.
Is that the one with Michelle Obama in it?
Is she in one?
There is apparently Michelle Obama in one of the drafts of the script that got leaked.
I wonder what role she had.
I bet you it was something to do with fat kids and healthy diets. I would assume.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because, like, I guess with Beau's mom, the domineering woman, like, I never really paid attention to Michelle Obama. I don't know if she's dominant. Do we like her?
I think she's cool. Yeah, she's good.
Is she cool?
Yeah, no,
she's not domineering, right?
No, I approve of Michelle Obama as far as me.
I have no idea what to think, but yeah, when I saw that she was in an original draft of the script, it made me laugh a little bit.
Yeah, if you want, his newest film has Trump in it.
Oh, wonderful! Oh, the one with Joaquin Phoenix again and Pedro Pascal.
Yeah, we can mention Eddington now. After Beau Was Afraid, I watched Eddington, and I'm like, hey, Carly, here's a couple options. You want to watch Jurassic World Rebirth? Do you want to watch this? Or do you want to watch a Western crime comedy with Pedro Pascal? It's not a comedy. It's COVID in a small town in New Mexico.
That's a horror movie.
With mayoral elections and social media as the focus. Now, I did laugh, nightmare laughs at some points, but I'm like, the whole 2.5 hours, I'm like, I feel like I'm being assaulted by family members on Facebook with this film. Oh, God. And there's one moment that is so funny. There is the three officers in the sheriff's department. There's one of them is black, and it's a Black Lives Matters thing. And the two white guys keep like, Michael, are you okay? And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm fine. They keep looking at him every time. And they always say Black's Lives Matters.
Black's Lives?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Watch Eddington, but it's not. You hear Western crime comedy. I think Coen Brothers. It is not.
That's what I've been kind of told it was like, is they say Coen Brothers.
It's not. It's not. In June 2019, Astor and Danish producer Lars Knudsen announced a new production company called SquarePeg. Knudsen was the producer of The Witch, The Northman, Hereditary, Midsommar.
That dude has a good resume.
Good resume.
So far.
June 2020, Ari Aster announces his next film to be a nightmare comedy that'll be 4 hours long.
So, all right, that announcement, I'm gonna be a little bit of a hypocrite because we're gonna talk about it later. That would make me excited. A 4-hour nightmare comedy, I could be down with that.
There's this rare type of movie where I like thinking about it and the idea of it more than watching it.
Yes.
And I have a feeling Beau Was Afraid might occupy that space because I don't know if I'd want to strap myself in for another 3-hour ride with Beau, but the isolated segments are all very good. It's masterful filmmaking. Is it a little gratuitous? Is it a little overlong? Yeah, but I don't feel like I have any right to critique it. Almost like it's Ari Aster. He knows he's a pro. He's a master, and if this is what he wants to make, I support him. It doesn't have to be for everyone.
Yeah,
it's rare. It's a rare like let the boy cook.
See, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. With the one caveat, I don't like this movie.
I came out hating it.
I'm glad he made it. I'm glad that he has the ability to make films like this. This movie as a whole, I loathe.
I think it'll grow. And I think if you like,
a lot of times these movies do. You're getting my freshest of the fresh takes. Yeah. Like I finished it. What time is it? I watched this movie like literally a couple hours ago.
If you were to talk to me right afterwards, you'd be like, that was a waste of my time.
Well, when we get into the plot, we'll break it down.
Well, and here's my stupid little brain like, all right, so this is about, it's about ambivalence. It's about shame. It's about guilt. And it really, I should just be enjoying the fact that it's funny that Beau literally doesn't know how to make a decision and he's just forced in these horrible situations. That's the point, is just these extremely like cranked up to 10, over exaggerated situations, and Beau just being unable to make any of his own choices. And just Ari Aster has said like the main theme to him is kind of ambivalence. You like hate something and like something, you're just kind of paralyzed. You don't move forward. And that's like, there's so many times where it's like, it's your choice, Beau. And he's like, he just sits there. He doesn't know how to move forward. And a lot of that is from the mother situation.
Well, a half hour in, I was like, this is Courage the Cowardly Dog, the movie. Yes. Like my first impression of it was that none of this is actually truly happening. This is probably looked at through the perspective of Beau, who has some sort of panic disorder and is losing his fucking mind.
So, something you might not have picked up on. At the end when they're looking through all the images in her house, and there's a picture of all of the people's faces that make up her face.
Oh, yeah, there's people from the first act in that.
You see Nathan Lane. You see the crazy homeless dude who chases Beau.
Yeah.
The whole movie is a production by Mona Wasserman. It shows A24, and then the next logo is MW.
It's her logo, yeah.
This whole movie is a production of Mona Wasserman. This whole movie is a trial. If you can see brochures for the housing that Beau lives in, and the housing where he lives in with all of that mess there is a housing unit for people recovering from the pharmaceuticals that her company makes.
Oh, I didn't catch that part.
There's a lot. Every single moment is manufactured and created by Mona Wasserman. So you're right. It is Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm like, wow, this is not really what the world is like. He's just terrified to go outside.
It's not reality.
But it's also, it doesn't need to be one or the other. And that's like a hard thing for me to do, is to let go of that. And it can be both and it can be neither. I very much like to pick a lane. And that's why Midsommar is so effective. Like Florence Pugh's character, I feel her grief. I grab onto her and I'm with her. Toni Collette in Hereditary, I'm with that character and the grief and the mystery and just everything happening. With Beau, I don't know how to hold on to him because I don't know where he is in the world. And you're not supposed to, which is tough to do.
Yeah, because people on Reddit were describing this movie as a 3-hour panic attack. And I was like, well, that sounds terrible. But I also watched The Bear, and I have anxiety and worked in kitchens, and I got through that just fine.
But with The Bear, you can totally grab onto those characters.
Yeah, with Beau, I mean...
Unfortunately, you're with them.
I agree with you. With Beau, you don't have that clean connection to the character where you can really grasp onto a feeling or a motivation. I guess...
He doesn't even want to go.
I guess I just wanted him to get there so it would end. I more so just wanted this to be over, which carried me with his character. Please just get through this scenario and get to the house.
Ari Aster has said he gets so giddy at the end because after the scenes in the house, there's still another half an hour, 40 minutes. He's like, I get so excited. It's so funny to me that there's another 40 minutes.
Dude, it's so funny you say that because after the scenes in the house, I looked at how much time was left and I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I want it to be over.
Oh, yes, he announced a 4-hour-long nightmare comedy. February 2021, A24 announced that Ari Aster would write and direct Beau is Afraid, originally titled Disappointment Boulevard. I like it more, I think.
You like Disappointment Boulevard more?
Yeah, I don't know. Beau is Afraid.
I don't know. I think I lean Beau is Afraid.
I don't know. I don't like either of them. Just call it the Jewish Lord of the Rings. Written, directed by Ari Aster, cinematographer Paul Pogorzelski, who cinematographer for Hereditary, Midsommar, Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk, Blue Beetle, an actually pretty good DC superhero film, and Woman in the Yard. Editor Lucien Johnston, production designer Fiona Crombie. Fiona is feasting in this film.
Yeah, she is. Holy shit.
Composer, The Hexen Cloak, which is a cognomen for Bobby Krilic, who did the music for Midsommar, Returnal, Beef, the series, Beef is good, Blue Beetle, Snowpiercer, and Eddington. Our cast, we have Joaquin Phoenix as Beau.
I think he does a really good job. I really enjoy watching everything Joaquin Phoenix does. He really has an incredible range. Yeah. And although he plays an ineffectual, non-decision-making, nervous ball of energy that can't do anything and has very little of an arc at some points.
What should I do?
I still enjoyed watching his performance quite a bit.
It's hard not to watch Joaquin Phoenix because watching some behind-the-scenes stuff for this, Aster said, there's something that Joaquin will do where if the scene doesn't make sense to him character-wise, if he can't find a way to make the words work for his character performance, he just stops and he has to process it and work through it because he's he can't fake it, which is something I really appreciate as an actor. He gets very attached to the character and needs to rationalize how they're feeling. which spending that much time in Beau would be not fun. Also, the character in Eddington would be not fun. Yeah.
The Joker would not be fun.
The Joker looks maybe fun. I watched part of Joker 2 the other day out of curiosity when I was half napping, and I liked the opening.
The opening's good. The wheels come off.
I was mostly blown away by looking at how much of a physical transformation Joaquin does for roles.
Yeah, he doesn't fuck around.
We have Mona Washman, played by Patti LuPone, who I'm afraid not to be too familiar with. I know her from the Scarlet Witch show, whatever that was, the Agatha Harkness show.
Agatha All Along or whatever it was called.
Which I hated, but she's in that. She is terrifying in this in the perfect way.
Yep, I hated her.
It's there. I mean, it's like almost a kind of porn, like somebody that wants to get beseeched or like just berated, screamed at by a mother. Just watching her scream made me anxious. And it's so intense. Just dramatic close-ups of her just putting Beau down. I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
Grace is played by Amy Ryan and Roger by Nathan Lane. Grace and Roger, I love you. You can do no wrong. Nathan Lane is so awesome in everything. How you doing there, Beau? Thinking about having a barbecue for you there, champ.
He is really good. I just watched not too long ago the Menendez brothers documentary, or the Netflix show or whatever. It's called like Monsters. And although Nathan Lane's character in that is like one of the big bugaboos that people have an issue with, he's fucking incredible.
He's so good. Anytime Nathan Lane is on screen, I'm so happy. We have Tony, the daughter, is played by Kylie Rogers. Jeeves, who is the crazy veteran who lives outside, is Denis Menochet. You know this actor.
That name sounds familiar.
He is from the opening scene in Inglourious Bastards.
That's him?
Yep. He put on a couple of LBs.
Yeah. As soon as you said you know this guy, the name, like, I was going to say it, but I was like, it doesn't look like him.
Yeah, that's him. Elaine Bray is played by Parker Posey. My dear sweet lord. She looks good in this film.
Oh, Elaine Bray?
Yeah.
Parker Posey?
Yeah. You'll always be my baby.
Song's going to have a different meaning for me now.
Big time. Teen Beau is played by Armin Nahapetian. Saying that wrong. The therapist is Stephen McKinley Henderson, and Dr. Cohen is played by Richard Kind. Anytime Richard Kind is in anything, you have my undivided attention.
Who plays younger mom?
I didn't put her down.
She did a really good job.
Yeah.
I liked her performance quite a bit.
There nails the crazy mom.
Yeah, the scene where the lights are going around and she's talking about how his father died for the first time. That was a really good scene.
Because that's a normal thing you do with your kid is you overlook them. What looks like he's in bed.
Yeah.
And lights are swirling. Like looking over your kid in bed and be like, your father came in me and died. Why would that kid have issues? She sleeps in bed next to him and talks about like, do you want to be with that girl?
Yeah, it is bizarre. I thought it was going to get incestuous at some point.
It is incestuous. And not explicitly, but there's like a weird. She needs him to always be infantilized and never turn into the man he should be. Principal photography began on June 27th, 2021. Concluded that October. Shot in downtown Montreal and St. Bruno de Montarville, an off-island suburb of Montreal, with a budget of $35 million, was A24's most expensive film until Civil War. Premiered April 1st on 2023 at the Alamo Drafthouse. People showed up for what they thought was a screening of Midsommar. Surprise, you have 3 hours of Beau is Afraid.
No shit, really?
Which, that's a big prank.
Yeah.
What if I had something to do that day?
I guess you have to leave.
Yeah. And then full release 13 days later. Yep, like I said, he describes it as a Jewish Lord of the Rings. Beau is just going to his mom's house. He also said it's like if you pumped a 10-year-old full of Zoloft and had him go get your groceries.
He's just having fun.
Well, he's like, oh, fuck. Don't know how to do anything.
Yeah, but Ari Aster's having fun.
Some movies I thought of while watching this, like you mentioned, Courage the Cowardly Dog, Mother by Darren Aronofsky, Big Lebowski, Eraserhead, A Clockwork Orange.
I thought of Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah, it has an epic feel.
It definitely gave me like an Odyssey of sorts.
Which is why Astor insisted it be like a long film. He's like, it's an epic format. It needs to be an epic film.
It's just like parts of it, I think, just go on. It's a little self-indulgent. It goes on a little too long in some areas. I don't know. It just like, I shouldn't be that bored that often.
Yeah, if Astor needs time to cook, I say let the boy cook.
Let the boy cook.
This is his movie. I might watch it one more time. So we mentioned the logo at the beginning. The movie opens up with the birthing scene,
which I should have known the moment I get a baby's bare ass, and then because they'll slap the baby sometimes to like wake you back up and stuff.
And when she immediately says like, "Why isn't he crying?"
Yeah,
and then they slap the baby, and that kind of sets the tone for the movie. She wants him to cry. She's forcing him to do things, and he's getting beaten up immediately to do what she wants him to.
Gets smacked right on the ass, and then it says Beau is afraid, and I was like, oh, so I just watched a birth from the point of view of Beau. This is gonna be weird. I should have known what I was getting into.
Yes, this is Beau's life, birth to death. We spend the first act in his apartment. The therapist, we know later on, he works for Mona.
Yeah.
He is reporting all of Beau's feelings. One of his only safe places. I like that it's like, how are you doing today, Beau? Do you ever wish your mother was dead?
Yeah, and again, it like...
Beau, what?
It's okay to think these things. It's okay to think something and want it and not want it at the same time.
It's like The Big Lebowski, maybe, to me, because the first time I watched The Big Lebowski, I didn't chuckle as much. Now, every time I watch it, it's just the laughs grow and grow. That's a very funny line. Yeah.
Well, it's also, the delivery. And I mean, his mom essentially spying on him through his therapy sessions can tailor the world in a way that directly affects him in the way that she wants it to. If she needs more paranoia, she knows how to do it. She knows where his insecurities are. Not that she already doesn't know, because she's manufactured every single one of them since he was a child.
Yeah. Well, but
now she's still got the upper hand.
She's controlled his life. She controls everyone he interacts with. She controls the drugs he's on. She is keeping him in a certain state of mind. And this whole artifice of the film is set up as evidence for who Beau is for a trial that takes place later in the film. Beau didn't have a chance. He has it's the anniversary of his father's death, which, I mean, that happened a long time ago. Apparently, I'd say 50 years ago. But he's supposed to go meet up with his mother, who is one of the richest people of all time. And he is living in a shit-stained apartment.
Yeah.
In a bad part of town.
A very bad part of town.
It's comically bad. Outside, there is every sort of vagrant and shenanigan and mess and horror you could ever imagine. Prostitutes, dying people, a naked guy that's just stabbing folks.
Fuck.
The scariest homeless man ever who just chases Beau, is fully tattooed.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's probably the nicest guy in the real world.
Jumper. There's a jumper on the top of that building, and Beau's like, what are you doing? Oh, we're trying to get him to jump. And I was like, holy shit. That was one of the parts I chuckled at.
A dead body that's just been sitting there forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, a cop that's too busy talking to prostitutes to deal with anything.
Who threatens to kill him.
And immediately your mind's like, okay, it's not real.
Yeah, this can't be reality. Because, it is, because it's all manufactured.
But is it? It could be both.
I mean, that is reality for Beau because of it is.
Yeah.
Like, it is made to be that way to keep him in a certain state of mind.
He comes from the therapist, and he has to sprint into his place to make sure no one gets inside. And I know that feeling. Another word that gets tossed around is Kafkaesque. Like societal expectations and pressures. Describes situations characterized by surreal, nightmarish, and illogical complexity involving oppressive bureaucracy and a sense of isolation and disorientation. I've never read Franz Kafka. Most of my experience with Kafka is from Breaking Bad, where Jesse is in a Kafkaesque situation. He's like, like Kafkaesque, bitch.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of... he's in the city, and it's pressures of the city and that need to try and protect his little apartment and to keep the world out. He's terrified of going outside. Problem is, his new medication
requires water.
And unfortunately, the water's off. And this is immediately the biggest problem in the world for him.
And I loved it too, because at this point, I'm still like, the first 45 minutes of this movie, I'm fucking gung ho. I'm like, let's go. It's not until the van enters the chat where I was like, all right, hold up, what's going on?
Well, yeah. Well, he's trying to get a good night of sleep because he's going to visit his mom, and somebody is playing loud music and sliding notes saying, turn your music down to him. And he can't do anything. It's not his music.
There's also
the comical shot, though, of the third time the note slid under the door, flies 20 feet next to his bed. Like, so there's at least an element of exaggerated reality where Beau is being warped.
And at least one or two of those times, there's not even any music playing. It's silent.
Yeah.
Like the music starts at some point when he's like listening up against the wall, but when he gets the first note, there's nothing playing.
And it gets louder and louder, and he doesn't get sleep.
Yeah. And then he oversleeps for his flight, which he's supposed to catch to go see his mom.
And he leaves the keys in the door because he forgot his like toothbrush, and he comes back in his suitcase and keys are gone. And then some dude just walks by like, you're totally fucked. I'm like, okay.
So no shit, Sherlock.
This is bad. This is not good.
I could have told you that.
He needs water for his medication because the fucking therapist like, it is extremely bad. And this is like more laying the railroad tracks for Beau's journey, because the doctor, they know the water's going to get turned off. They know that Beau will probably oversleep. They're going to do whatever it takes to make him not leave. And he needs water. So he has to run across the street, but he doesn't have the keys to lock the door to the apartment building. And it's just comical. The door is slightly open, and like 50 homeless people or 50 people just walk through the door right up to Beau's apartment.
Yeah. And the entire time, instead of, you're like getting a countdown too, because the store clerk's like, you owe $1. And he's like, oh God, no.
I need some change. I need the money now, sir. I will call the cops.
I will call oh man. And you just see this steady stream of vagrants going upstairs, all while the guy's counting down for like $1. Like 13 more cents.
Yeah. And that guy works for Mona as well.
Yeah.
The whole thing. He gets inside his apartment. It's trash. He's taking a bath, and he doesn't notice when he's in the bath right away that there's a man above him. This is when I was like, all right, this movie's out there. This is I mean, there's a few other things before then, but like that's where I was like, I'm not holding on to Beau right now.
Yeah, this is about the point where I realized that I'm not going to get the movie that I thought I was going to get, because you have I call it the washing machine fight scene here, where Beau's naked and just like they're rotating 360 degrees as they're fighting.
Doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Well, I mean, they're like trying to gain position on each other.
Just get out of the tub.
But it also is just bizarre,
because that guy didn't look like he wanted to fall.
No, he's like sweating, and like holding himself up there.
That it does show Beau's complete paralysis. He had a chance to get up.
Oh yeah, and then he finally does, and then runs naked through the city. And then the second time I laughed, or I should say chuckled, he gets fucking just absolutely beamed by a van.
We also get his first glimpse of his testicles there too. Extremely distended.
Really?
If you're paying attention when he's rolling around, his balls are very big.
Oh yeah. Well, I noticed them.
You definitely noticed
during
them.
Mariah Carey.
You definitely notice them later.
Yeah.
He gets smacked by a van, and this ends Act 1. But Act 1 is very much the city, and Act 2 is suburbia.
Yeah, so, I mean, we're changing not only... The color scheme, in my opinion, changes quite a bit, too, because we go from, like, a lot of oranges and reds, and, like, it's brighter. Mm-hmm. I guess I shouldn't say bright. It's warmer, is what I meant to say.
Yeah.
To very blue, very pastel, very soft.
Beau will be covered in blue.
Yeah. I do really appreciate it when a movie is going to switch acts, especially that abruptly, that the color scheme changed the way it did. Very aesthetically pleasing for me as someone who really likes lighting and set design.
We forgot to mention the amazing phone call with Bill Hader.
That was Bill Hader?
Yeah. I'm just a delivery driver, man. I don't know. She's dead.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
A chandelier has fallen on Beau's mom's head. And Beau's like, is it her? Is it my mom? He's like, I don't know, man. I just walked in. Like, I don't know. She's dead.
Why don't you... Did you dial this number or did you have it saved? It's saved. Well, dial it again. Maybe you got the wrong number. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe you got the wrong number. So he hits the number again, and then Bill Hader's just like, I'm so sorry, man. That was really well done. I mean, he's finding out his mom dies, and then he sits stoically frozen for like, what, a day?
Yeah, and he's told it's of utmost importance now for him to make it home for her funeral. We find out that they're unable to bury her without Beau, according to her last wishes. Sure.
Yeah, the lawyer's really giving him a hard time.
Yeah. He makes it to Grace and Rogers, and he is adopted essentially pretty quickly. They have a son who died in the war, and they're like, Beau, you can stay with us as long as you want. Well, this ankle monitor, it's a little medical device. Don't worry about it.
The funniest part of the entire movie happens right at the beginning of this scene too, because he wakes up and Amy, or what is her name? Grace comes running in, and she's like, he's awake. And what happened to me? She's like, I hit you with my van. What? Funniest part of the entire movie.
At this point,
he starts panicking.
At this point, he's already been stabbed a bunch.
Oh, we find out.
Smacked by a van.
Yeah, because the homeless stab fuck guy.
Yep.
He's just naked. He's got a knife.
Just stabbing him.
And he just says, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. He stabs him.
Beau's gone through a lot already.
He's been stabbed. He's been hit by a van.
And apparently his balls are massive.
Just swinging past his knees.
Grace and Roger said, hey, we need you'll stay here until you get better. And he expresses like, no, I need to leave. And he's like, wait, you can't leave. You're not well yet. Beau tries to be a little insistent, be like, we can't. And he's like, is that okay? Yeah.
Yeah, he just rolls over.
He rolls over. Yes, Roger promises to take Beau to his mother's estate as soon as possible. On the day of Beau's release, well, he can't leave yet. And then he's going to leave the next day. And then Roger's like, I got to do a surgery. You can stay for a little bit longer.
Unless I just do all the surgeries in the morning, and then we can just leave straight after.
Yeah.
It's like he's just moving surgeries around. And it's at this point, too, with just how weird this situation is, it doesn't really feel at all like reality still, but not in a chaotic way anymore. Now, at this point in the film, I'm starting to feel manipulated. I'm starting to feel gaslit. Like something about this situation is not correct, and why won't they let him leave? And also, why is the guy from Inglourious Bastards like constantly just fucking freaking out?
Because he has a mental disorder of some sort too from surviving the war. There is a scene early on with Grace and Roger where he lifts up his coffee mug, and written on a napkin underneath there says, "Stop incriminating yourself."
Yeah, so
because Grace sympathizes with Beau for some reason, and she even tells him, "Hey, you should watch TV. Go to channel 78 or whatever the channel is." And he sees that he's on camera, and he's able to fast forward to the end of the movie.
That confused the shit out of me at first, and it wasn't until once we get to the house and all the shit with the mom starts happening where I started to pick up on the fact that this is a Truman Show-esque kind of movie we're watching.
But is it or is it not?
Well, it's not broadcasted to the world, but this company.
But also, is this just in Beau's head?
See, I don't know.
You can go any way you want with it.
That's true. I do really appreciate, though, as much as this is my least favorite part of the movie, by far.
Yeah.
The little girl, what is her name? Tony?
Yeah.
Brilliant actress. Completely fucking loathe that character.
Yeah.
Cannot stand every single second that character was on screen. Not because she's a bad actress. By all means, she's a great actress.
She's an angsty teen.
I hated her.
This is the teenager that we will both have someday.
Oh my God. I was so angry. Plus, I think I really enjoyed the chaos and the fast-paced part of Act 1 and switching to a more like manipulative Act 2.
Yeah.
Where it's not so much it's not the anxiety anymore. It's about like manipulation.
And she and her friend say they're taking Beau to the airport, and they take him and just make him get high. And he could say no.
Yeah.
If you were in a minivan with two teenage girls and they threatened to like say you attack them if you didn't, it'd be like, fuck you, I don't care. He could have said no.
I could beat both of them up. There's really no threat.
There's no threat.
I could beat more teenage girls up if I needed to. Don't isolate that clip. Don't. That was an analogy. It was an analogy.
But he instead smokes the weed. And then he has like this flashback of being on a cruise ship with his mom. There's a super creepy dude in the background eating, always watching Beau, even back then. And Ari Aster mentioned something like there's something going on there if people are curious.
Not going to tell you what, but yeah, there's something.
But we meet Elaine. Beau meets Elaine. And he has his first kiss. And then we just see essentially his mom planting the seeds of you can never ejaculate. You will die. You should never. Am I not enough for you? Why are you not happy?
Your
Stay
dad,
this way.
your dad's dad gave it to him, and unfortunately, he passed it to you.
Hereditary.
Also, she's really strong-willed and very confident, and she's going to need somebody to match her. You could.
And she sleeps in the same bed with him.
Yeah, very odd.
Very odd.
So, I mean, my first kiss happened like outside of my middle school.
Okay.
I was in like 6th grade, and it was very cool. I gave a girl a necklace. Didn't expect a kiss. Got a kiss anyway.
You gave her a pearl necklace?
Yeah.
Dude,
no. I found a necklace on the side of the road, and I picked it up, and it was very dirty, and I cleaned it. It actually turned out to be a pretty nice necklace, and then so I just gave it to her. I didn't tell her that I found it in the street, and she got super stoked, so she gave me a kiss, and I was like, that was awesome. But it was little kids being little kids, and it was very romantic, and I was pretty psyched. It put me in a good mood for like a week.
Then your mother...
No, juxtaposition to, I didn't have the whole, hey, there's a dead guy in the pool. Take a picture of me with the dead guy right before, which would have really soured the moment for me personally.
That was 100% planted by Mona. We find out Elaine works for Mona as well. She wanted to have Beau deal with profound trauma in front of him as he's developing his first attraction, his first kiss, so it would be intrinsically always linked, death and attraction.
So, but her hiring Elaine, that's violating like child labor laws. It's got to be.
She has money.
That's true.
They brush it away with as money.
That's right. Rich people can basically do what they want.
Yeah, it's not like our government violates child labor laws all the time. On the day of Beau's release, Tony, who has grown to resent Beau, attempts to force him to drink a can of paint before doing it herself, committing suicide in front of Beau.
That was pretty wild.
Yeah.
That was really violent. And, I mean, I hated her character. That part was really hard to watch.
The absurdity of it didn't work for me, because at that point I'm still trying to figure out, like, to be with Beau on this journey, and it's very much a movie that distances you from Beau. And to just, this girl's like drinking paint in front of him, and there's just like mad action and trauma. I'm just like, I'm not with anything here. I don't know what I'm watching anymore.
Same. That was pretty out of left field. And then
yeah, well, and
Grace like
tries to give mouth to mouth to the paint girl, so she's covered in blue, Beau's covered in blue.
And then she like
he blew it.
They blew it,
yeah.
Then she sticks what's his face Jeeves on him, saying tear him apart, tear him to pieces.
Tear him to pieces.
And at this point, I'm just glad to be out of this house. It was a very confusing portion of the movie. I guess part of the reason I dislike this part so much is because it's not what I really signed up for. Like, as we watched the trailer earlier, I was expecting like an adventure.
It says like an epic adventure or something.
And this is a lot of him just dealing with, I mean, the whole weed smoking scene just annoyed me because it was like, you could cut that. It was stupid. It just further confounds the point that he can't make a decision for himself. So once he leaves and he gets out of there.
Yeah, if I had to cut something, I could see that being cut.
Yeah, that scene was stupid. I think the cruise scene is crucial, but we don't need a lot of what happens in Act 2. Act 2 could be a lot shorter.
Yeah.
It is a long time, a very slow burn. And I think it frustrated me with how fast paced the first act is, how much this one just kind of lingered. Because the next part of the film, after he escapes into the woods, I found myself to enjoy quite a bit.
And that is enjoyable. The Orphans of the Forest. Lost in the wilderness, Beau comes upon a group of traveling actors named the Orphans of the Forest. He is invited to their rehearsal and becomes entranced by the play, imagining himself as a protagonist who searches for his family after being separated by a flood. He is watching a play with a beautiful pregnant woman who is one of the... I mean, these people are some of the only people that are just unconditionally nice to him.
Yeah.
And we don't... I mean, it seems like this might be outside of the purview of Mona. Like, maybe he is out there in the real world. And I'm sure someone online should be like, actually, the guy who plays the bee is in one of the pictures on the walls or something like that. And it's possible. But Beau is watching the play, and he goes on a journey into his mind where it is the hero's journey. This is if Beau was not held back, he'd have a family, he'd have kids, he'd be happy, he'd work hard. And you'd go to a village that they would think that you took all their kids' hands and put their feet there. And you're going to have a wife, and sometimes she's going to look like a man.
Yeah.
Just like, whoa, wait, what?
This was the best part of the entire movie for me. I really enjoyed the Children of the Forest scene. It starts with the third time I laughed during the film, where she's like, you have a giant piece of glass in your head. We're going to take that out. And then he starts bleeding, and she like doctors him up. And I do think this is out of the view of Mona.
Yeah.
I'd like to believe it that way. I agree with you. Someone's going to be like, actually, and we're probably wrong. But I do enjoy the fact that maybe he escapes for a moment.
Yeah.
And also the giant middle finger to the hero's journey. Like, because you watch him go on the hero's journey, and then they pull the carpet out from underneath you, because what we are watching is not a conventional hero's journey. It is the weirdest odyssey that I have seen in a hot minute.
Even in his fantasy, at the end, they're like, but you can't have kids because you don't have sex. What? Huh?
Yeah, he's brought back to reality.
But the scene of old man Beau, like, just weeping that he found his children, he thought he was lost forever, that's some fucking... Give him an Oscar. Like, Joaquin is out there cooking.
Oh, yeah, he is.
And, yeah, but even in his deepest, like, hero fantasy, they're like, but you can't be that. You have issues. This is
How did
real.
we get here?
Yeah.
And it's the realization that, like, none of this is real for him. Plus the whole overarching theme of a woman telling him how his life is going to play out, literally beat by beat, over this journey is no different than his mom telling him how his life is going to plan out by manipulating everything in his life.
And you'll be arrested, and you'll be in a prison.
Yeah.
And you'll go outside, and there will be a flood, and you'll be separated from your wife.
The irony of, like, how he experiences this and it's like bliss for him versus his actual ordinary life, which is not ordinary, but his normal life, which is also not normal. His mom is in control of both aspects of this, because I viewed it as his mom telling him how it's going to work out. Just like his real life works out. It just, like, I thought it was very clever. Ari Aster was cooking pretty good here.
We even, like, this is Beau's first chance to really daydream about what his life could have been or could be, and him, even if it's in only his mind, it's him having, like, a sense of desire and agency instead of, I just want to be home with the door locked.
He's not really making a decision here, although he does make a decision by standing up and saying that, like, that's my story. And
yeah,
I mean, yeah, he has agency. It's cool to see Beau actually have some balls.
Oh,
but
it's funny. He's got the biggest balls of all of them.
It also, just, I gotta say, the entire play sequence with the imagery of, like, being a stage play. Oh my goodness, I loved that.
Big fan.
I would watch that part again and again. That is easily a 10 out of 10 moment in this movie.
Where there's the one spot where it's like, and sometimes your wife will look like a man. Later in the movie, at his mom's house, there's a picture of his grandma who looks exactly like a man. I'm like, I get that now. I get that one. A man approaches Beau, claiming he knows his father, who is still alive, right before Jeeves ambushes the troop and fucking slaughters some actors hardcore. Turns into a war scene. And Beau flees deeper into the woods, but is knocked unconscious when Jeeves triggers a taser device with the ankle monitor placed on him by Roger. Beau eventually does make it home to his mother's estate, only to find he has just missed her funeral. There's no head on the body.
Yeah, which I thought was incredibly gratuitous, like, in a good way. Like,
and
of course she would have an open casket with no fucking face. Like, you know that.
Yeah.
The entire movie, I had a feeling the mom is not dead.
Yeah.
That was
It's the timing of it's just too convenient.
Yes. And once you start getting like further into the film, I definitely felt like he was kind of a puppet at some points. I didn't think his mom was manufacturing the entire scenario and was behind it all, but I was like, I could see his mom like staging this whole thing to like guilt trip him super hard at the end. You know, I had the right idea for the movie, just on a much smaller scale than what it turned out to be. Because in my mind, the movie would have ended before the whole trial scene, and it just would have been like, he's crazy, and it's because you're the way that you are. You're his mom, and that's why he's like he is.
She can't realize that everything that she hates about Beau is a product of her.
I did feel very validated in my suspicion on what was going on in the movie when you see the birthmark
on the hand. And
I don't remember there being a birthmark in any other scene, but it was an odd thing that caught my eye immediately.
And Beau recognized it too. He's like, yeah, she pretty much raised me. Like, he knows that other woman because she took care of him.
Yeah.
But Beau is at home, and he's wandering around. A woman arrives late for the service. Beau realizes it is Elaine. They reconnect, which at this point I'm like, okay, Beau, just think for a second. This 13-year-old girl that you had your first kiss with and you promised to save your virginity for each other has been out of your life forever, and then she shows up late to your mother's funeral there.
And wants to do you? If I was a virgin, though...
Well, he's afraid.
I know,
he
but
thinks he's going to die.
Also, he's in his 50s, and he's a virgin, and then, like...
Parker Posey.
Yeah, it's just like, well, this is how it happens for everybody. He has no context to go off of.
And...
Except the fact that if he comes, he will die.
He will die. Now, she plays Mariah Carey's You'll Always Be My Baby.
This made me laugh so fucking hard.
So Ari asked her in an interview, someone asked him, he's like, all right, can we talk about Mariah Carey? He's like, yeah. And they asked, like, so that song must have been, like, very important. He's like, you have no idea how necessary that song is for this moment. He said, we were worried we might not be able to get that song. You know how copyright works. It might be expensive. We were worried they might say no. So they looked at having like 200 different songs play for the scene. And he's like, you know, some of them worked in different ways, but none of them were quite right. And I'm going to pull up the lyrics to Always Be My Baby just so you can really be aware of what's going on with that song. We were as one, babe.
That's mom with a child.
For a moment in time, and it seemed everlasting that you would always be mine. Now you want to be free, so I'm letting you fly, because I know in my heart our love will never die. You'll always be a part of me. I'm part of you indefinitely. Boy, don't you know you can't escape me. You'll always be my baby. And we'll linger on. Time can't erase the feeling. No, you're never going to shake me. You'll always be my baby. Like, every lyric is just like an overbearing mother, like, just demanding that you're always going to be my baby. And that song is no longer a love song.
No, that's a horror song. Oh. That's actually, I think, the scariest part of this entire movie now.
And I didn't realize how important it was at first, but like when you know the lyrics, it's like, it's very perfect. And she even restarts the song to bring more attention to it.
Yeah, that made me laugh pretty good too.
I want you to know, for an entire week I was whispering that song. Not whispering. I was whistling that song at work and whispering it. And my coworker's like, I need you to stop. Do. Oh. So funny. That is the best scene of the movie.
So out of left field. I did not expect it coming. I mean, it's so, she's like, hey. She's outside. She's, oh my God, I can't believe it's you. And like, she's so stoked to see him. Obviously, red flags should be going off for Beau, but they're not. And she's like, do you want to go inside? And he makes the decision here because he kisses her.
Yeah.
He does something.
Well, he saved her picture. They promised to save each other's virginity for each other back on the boat.
That's true.
In a very weird scene in their bedroom. And she gives him a Polaroid that says, wait for me, Beau, Elaine. And the first time he pulls it out, and it's that 13-year-old. I'm like, that's weird.
makes sense later. So she's outside, and he makes a decision to kiss her, and she's like, do you want to go inside? And the next, I'm not even kidding, the next shot when they walk inside, she's like, where's the bedroom? Next shot, the dragon's lair. And like, it's just, she's like trying on like the jewelry.
I'm sure she's looking for something that maybe would look more like Mona. I don't know.
I also think too, if she works for Mona, right? Like, does everybody kind of hate their boss a little bit?
She knows she's going to die.
Yeah. So like, she's like, it looks like she's just going through her things because like, when am I ever going to be in this opportunity again? It was just this weird little detail that I picked up on that I was like, this is just weird.
Just looking through stuff.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I thought for sure she was going to get dressed up like Mom.
They're having sex. And Beau's like, oh, no. He's got the worst sex face ever.
Yeah, his vinegar strokes are not good.
No, stop. It's just, and she starts the song over, and then he does it again, like, no, don't, I'm going to die. And she's like, you blasted through that bag. You see his massive balls just back there. And
it's like a shotgun blast.
And you could just see his that post-nut clarity, that happiness. He's like, thank you.
Yeah, I think because then she's like, hold on, I want to finish.
Yep.
And then I think he comes again.
Well, I don't know if he does, maybe, but she definitely does. And that's when she dies. And I knew that. I kind of felt that was coming.
Well, yeah, because she gets super still. And like, I love the moment of relief on it. Like, he's laying there and he's like, thanks, sir. Thank you. I thought I was going to die. And he truly believed it. And it didn't happen.
Yeah.
But then she's like frozen solid. It's fucking
it's
weird.
Like someone turned her off or something like that. Maybe she was a robot.
Maybe she could have been a sex doll, yeah.
I'm sure Mona had that capacity. Mona then just appears. Two people take the dead body out. And Mona's like, of course I'm not dead. And he's like, I knew that. I saw the birthmark. I know.
Yeah. Well, first, the one thing she says that tipped me off about what we're about to see is she's like doing the sheets. And like she looks down at Elaine, and then she's like, clean this up and feed Harry. And I thought she was talking to Beau, but then, like you said, the two people come in, and I was like, who the fuck is Harry? Mm-hmm. We'll find out in a second. But yeah. Oh, Jesus.
She then guilt trips Beau for not loving her enough with audio recordings of the therapy sessions.
This entire monologue that she does, too, is incredible.
About how much she's given up for him and how she never wanted to be a mother, but she did everything she could, and he was ungrateful. And I have never been Jewish. I'm not Jewish, but my experience from Jewish filmmakers, or at least Jewish people referring to their mothers, is they can be a little overbearing. That's my understanding. And she seems pretty overbearing.
Yes, she seems a little bit.
Yeah. And unrealistic, horrible expectations. The therapist is there. Like, and then Beau gets some balls, and he's like, "What? I saw Dad. I saw my dad. What happened to him? Why did you lie to me? Why did you lie to me?" He finds a little bit of courage, and he tries to face her, because he's had like this nightmare of him in a bathtub and her walking what looks like another Beau up to an attic.
And this is now the third film in a row. Ari Aster has a thing with attics.
Yeah, there's a thing with attics. She's like, you want to see? I'll show you. And she pushes him up in the attic. And this is... Go ahead.
What are you about to say?
This is explicitly horror now.
Yeah, we get explicitly horror, but another small detail I liked in this part is, so she's just berating the fuck out of him for it seems like an eternity.
It reminds me of Gunnery Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket.
Yes.
Like that intense of being put down.
She knows every little thing to say to really break him down, and I think he's starting to realize this now, and he's getting fed up with it. But when she switches gears so quickly from berating Mom to like, I'm right behind you, honey. I'll be right behind you. I'm going to come up behind you. Go. And the moment he's out of reach on the ladder, she's like, ah, and like slams it shut. But it's just like the range, and especially the ability to switch gears for her to show love and then take it away.
Yeah.
Is like I could only imagine what that would do to a man for an entire lifetime.
Beau is in the attic, and he sees what looks like an emaciated version of himself. Is it his twin brother that's been locked up there? Is it his masculinity? Is it his adulthood?
The manifestation of his confidence.
Is it actually him? Has he been up there this whole time? Yes to all of those things and no to all of those things. There's not an answer, and it is whatever you want it to be.
Well, she does say
There's also not a giant penis up there.
There's definitely not. She does say the line, too. She's like, I don't remember the exact wording of the line, but you want to know about the dream? It was a memory. Like, she explicitly tells him it was a memory.
Yeah.
When she slams the stairs behind him.
So we see old emaciated Beau, or Beau's brother, or whatever it is. But then we also see the shadow of a giant mouth, and it is a big penis.
It is like if you took...
It's his father.
If you took the brain bug from the end of Starship Troopers...
Yeah.
And a hideous giant cock and melted them together, that's what we have.
Someone called him Jabba the Nuts on a on a Reddit message board or something.
I saw
I forget what it was.
Reddit board that was like, so his dad was just a really big dick.
Well, and Ari Aster said this. He was like, yeah, it's his dad. He's a big dick.
Yeah. Tell me you never met a big dick before?
And yeah, like this is one of those things where I just was enjoying it.
I was through the moon when I saw the giant dick.
And this is when I was like, no wonder Dylan loved this movie. And then Jeeves shows up, stabs the balls a bunch, but then he's killed by the dick.
Yeah, which didn't make any sense to me. I don't know why Jeeves is back there.
Jeeves is...
He got shot through the chest multiple times on his own doing.
Something about pure masculine rage, I think, is kind of what he is representing. Who knows? And the dick can... Whatever it makes you feel is right.
Yeah.
It's not... Is it his actual father? No. It is a giant manifestation of a penis monster.
Who can talk, and he's like, whoa, whoa, my beautiful boy.
Jabba Janin Chicola.
Definitely giant dick monster. And when we say giant, it's like an 8-foot dick.
It's big. I'd say it's like 15.
It's girthy.
It's big. It's huge balls. Beau falls out of the stairs and he immediately is kissing his mother's feet. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
If my mom introduced me to a dick monster too, I'd be scared.
Maybe it was up there. Maybe it was a giant creation she put up there to scare him.
She's got money.
And
she's hired like a small army.
Yeah. So at that moment, after Jeeves breaks into the house and kills Beau's father, he begs his mother for forgiveness, but Mona berates him, declaring her hatred for him. An enraged Beau briefly attempts to strangle her. One of Beau's solitary actions in the film for himself. He tries to strangle her, possibly kills her. She falls into a fish tank. I love that moment.
Yeah.
I wanted it to... At this point, like, every one of them should die.
That would be such catharsis for the viewer, too. Because, like you said, it's hard to grasp onto Beau as the film is churning along. But once I got to this point at the end of the film where he's just constantly being berated, like, I understood why. It gave him so much vulnerability for me viewing it, and it gave me a lot of compassion and understanding for his character. And I was really willing to overlook a lot of what happened in the movie earlier.
Yeah.
Just simply because, like, dude, I fucking am so glad that's not my mom.
And another time where I'm like, all right, it can end.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
The sound cue, too, the little dun, they have that one beat right when he grabs the neck, and that is masterful filmmaking, and I love it. It's stupid little shit like that really is just like the gravy on the potatoes for me.
In shock, Beau leaves the estate by motorboat. Again, could end here. It's a nice ending. He's off. He's free.
What it should have happened, she falls into the fish tank, she dies. Or does she? We don't fucking know, because she's very dramatic when she collapses. And he does the whole, like, slack-jawed stare as he's walking through the backyard, which perfectly cuts through, like, the right third and just looks really nice. Nice composition with the house. Title.
Ari Aster knows how to compose a frame.
Yeah.
Scorsese presented this movie and was talking about it with Ari on screen. And if that's happening, you've arrived. If Scorsese is, like, masterful, I'm like, okay,
I can't make another movie now.
You don't need, you're perfect. Just stop. But after entering a cave, the boat's motor stalls and he finds himself in a crowded arena. And he is on trial for perceived slights against his mother, with Mona and Dr. Cohen acting as prosecutors. A cheap lawyer attempts to defend Beau, who is not given a microphone and cannot be heard before he is thrown in the water and killed.
Yeah.
Ultimately thrown to his death. Beau's feet are glued to the boat. He tries to defend himself and appeal to his mother, but she is unresponsive. He realizes the futility of the situation, accepts his fate. I love Richard Kind as the lawyer here. And she's bringing up like moments early in Beau's life that really upset her, that she's just defined her opinion of Beau, and she's probably been just chasing that opinion, trying to prove it. And she can't let Beau move on, can't forgive him for what happened back then or whatever happened with Beau's father, and he is going to be on trial for the rest of his life and even his afterlife, it looks like, for Mona's perceived slights.
And I mean, honestly, Mona can go fuck herself, because this is her own fucking problem. Because if you saw everything that your child did behind your back, you would probably have a worse view of your child than you do because of the way that parents and children in healthy relationships interact. If my mom saw every time she grounded me or told me to go to my room and I slammed the door and then very silently held 2 middle fingers up the door and was whispering, fuck
did
you,
the
mom,
suck it
fuck
sign?
you, mom. Yeah, because I definitely did that when I was like 10 years old, because you're a child.
Yeah.
You don't mean it when he's letting the kid sniff his mom's panties. I never did anything fucked up like that, but he didn't mean it.
It's a situation teenagers get in, and weird things happen when people are teenagers, and that's just what it is.
It's not his fault.
And when they try and persecute him for, like, you were in the mall and you hid from your mother, he's like, no, I got lost. But then he's like, but you didn't come out when you heard her. And then they tried to have that be the sticking point. He's like, I was afraid of what she would do.
Yeah, but that I think is said by the defense attorney, and it's very quiet. I almost missed it.
Listen to him. He's innocent. And
Yeah.
no one can hear. And eventually, like, Mona breaks the rail. She's so angry. And Beau's motor is about to blow up. And then it blows up and the thing capsizes. And everyone just slowly gets up and walks out.
And then he's born again.
Is he born again?
Yeah. Did you pick that up?
Explain it.
So the boat capsizes, and at the beginning of the movie, the way that he's brought into the world, right? Like, it's very fluidy sounds, and then there's the my baby. The dialogue from the first scene of the movie is replayed after he goes underneath the water.
At this point, I'm like, it's been 3 hours.
Yeah, I don't know what the trial.
The trial wasn't necessary.
I don't know what it means. I don't know what the boat capsizing means.
Well, it's something about the audience. I mean, we're the audience of the theater.
I don't know what that means. The whole trial scene really pissed me off, because if he would have just been walking slackjaw out of frame and then it said Beau is afraid, that was a good ending.
Well, I mean, we're the audience, and we all came to see a movie that Mona created. It's Mona Wasserman's film. And this is the trial for Beau. And I guess it's up to us if we have to decide, is Beau guilty for the crimes? And the answer is no. I mean, I didn't love the ending at all.
If it would have ended where I want it to end, I would have liked it a lot more. The added time, I didn't like the trial scene. It felt very... We didn't need to see it. Like, I already got the inkling that his mom has been sabotaging his life in one way or another.
But it's actually every way and another.
Didn't need that whole grandiose scheme, because apparently it sounds like with the amount of Easter eggs, and like if I watched the movie again, people have picked stuff up before about what's happening in the background of Beau's life. But
when Beau is shopping before that guy's about to potentially jump off the building, there's a kid playing with a little motorboat. And the mother's like, we're leaving. She grabs him and pulls him away, and the boat immediately capsizes in the frame.
Oh, shit.
There's a lot of that
I
stuff.
did notice. Yeah, I do remember that. And then she like yells at him again.
Yeah.
Because she comes back into frame later.
It's a fucking weird movie. And Ari Aster had to make it. It was something he really wanted to make. And I'm glad it happened. I'm glad he made it. And he might not feel the same way, because I know he's mentioned, he's like, yeah, I probably would have changed a couple things, made it a little shorter, because the film generally received positive reviews from critics, but was a box office bomb, grossing only $12 million against a production cost of $35 million. For those keeping track at home, he's still positive for A24 after the phenomenal success of Hereditary and Midsommar. Phoenix received a Golden Globe nomination for his performance. Yeah, speaking about the film's critical and commercial shortcomings, Astor said in 2025, I was pretty sad that it was so maligned, it was a bummer. It lost money. Critically, I wouldn't say it was reviled, but there was just no consensus whatsoever. There are things I would do differently if I did it now. I think I ejected a number of people in the theater with that last hour.
I did hear people walked out on the movie when it was in theaters because I was very excited to see it. Obviously, I didn't watch it until today.
Yeah.
But I did hear very mixed things, and some people who I hold their opinion pretty valuably, they saw it and were like, you can wait for it to come out. Like, it's nothing special, which made me sad. But that is the biggest thing, is the length of this movie. I get it. I get that you want this long odyssey and that it's a journey and it's Jewish Lord of the Rings. I get what you're going
Saruman,
for.
the all-seeing eye of the mother, who is forever. And, the result of Beau's life is all product of his mother, whether or not it's like to the minutia. Like, I'm a product of my mother every moment of every day. And luckily, in a good way.
Yeah.
Yes. Unlike Beau.
I am a big mama's boy. I talked to my mom literally right before this.
There's no dick in the attic.
Yeah, there's not.
I've been in that attic. It sucks, dude.
There's a dick in my attic, but that's because I live in the attic.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, no, the length is really, I think, the biggest thing, because if you had cut this movie down just a little bit, I get what you're going for. I can agree with it. It is just so slow and so long. And I've heard, I've looked on Reddit, and people who really enjoy this movie say it gets better with subsequent rewatches. Because
I've already rewatched fair chunks of it, and I'm like, it does.
Because the first time you watch it, it feels longer. Somebody said the second time I watched it, it felt 60% shorter.
I've heard the same thing about like Twin Peaks season 3, which most of that season you're waiting for a character to be there, and they're not. And it bothers you, and you're waiting, and it bothers you. And then I've heard people say, like, you watch it again, and you know it's not coming, so you're not waiting for it, and you're enjoying it. And I'm sure Beau is Afraid is a little bit like that. When I don't have pressure or expectations, and I can just watch it for what it is, rather than trying to discover and, like, parse out. Instead, just watch it. Which is tough to do. I think the biggest problems, shortcomings of this film is the marketing. I think the way that it was presented, and it's definitely not how it was presented. The poster is phenomenally bad.
Yep.
Very,
and the trailer
very bad.
is like a Coen Brothers-esque escapade.
It looks like a fantasy adventure drama.
Yeah.
Like with horror elements. But I don't know how you market it. This is not a movie for people. This is a movie for Ari Aster, first and foremost. Hopefully some other people enjoy it. But this is a film for him to watch and him to laugh at.
I'm really glad that he got to a point where he could make this movie. I can see the appeal in it. I knew what was going to happen watching it so fresh coming into this podcast was I was going to learn more about it, about the production and some of the notes that you had, and it was going to make me appreciate it a little bit more. And I was totally willing to come into this house and leave saying, you know what, it's not that bad. I overreacted. I still dislike this movie heavily, but I'm very glad it exists.
I think that I like it quite a bit now, but I would watch it in chunks. I could. It's one of those movies that I would say, like, 5 stars. I don't recommend anyone watch it. It's a very weird situation where it's like, I think it's great. It's not for anyone. Don't watch it.
I guess for me, it just was disappointing to not get the film that I thought I was going to get, especially when it's somebody that you really enjoy watching.
But I think now you can watch it instead of what you want it to be. Instead, you can watch it for what it is.
And I can show somebody who hasn't seen it, and that might be the fun in this entire movie.
Yeah, and the "You'll Always Be My Baby" scene will live on forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
I wanted it to be a dramatic horror film, and it is a nightmare comedy satire of life. And I've really warmed up to it the more distance I have from my first viewing. I think it'll grow, but it's still. I put it at number 4 of my Ari Aster films.
Yeah.
But you haven't seen Eddington.
I'm going to chalk it in at 4 already because I know Eddington's going to be better.
Eddington was another failure, a box office failure. So he's now 2 for 4.
Well,
and
Eddington also, I heard people were saying that
it's hard to watch.
People don't want to relive COVID and
COVID, elections,
MAGA shit and elections. Like, that's the same reason Civil War. I never watched Civil War. Like, the world today is so fucked up already. I don't need to watch a movie that's like in the same vein. Movies for me are supposed to be an escape. I don't want to have to relive current situations in life when I'm trying to escape from it all, which is why I watched Happy Gilmore 2 yesterday, and I fucking loved it. I loved every second of it.
I will say Eddington, one of the first scenes takes place in a grocery store, and it's an argument about whether or not somebody has to wear a mask.
See, and that's fine. But like,
no, it isn't. It's not fine, and I hate it, and it makes me angry and uncomfortable, and we're watching, and it's like, oh, I feel so attacked. And everyone's making Facebook posts and videos in the movie, and it's like,
I don't want to watch a movie about this type of subject matter right now.
It's the darkest humor. Ari Aster, he's cooking up some like really dark comedy, and I think Hereditary is the movie that he was allowed to make. Midsommar was him, like a movie he definitely wanted to make too. But like Beau is Afraid is the movie that. The first movie that I think is just necessary. Like, he had to get this out of him. And the other ones are just great expressions of Aster as well. But, like, Beau is Afraid is something that he has wanted to make for over 10 years, 15 years.
Art is like that a lot of times. You see it with filmmakers. It's definitely very prevalent with musicians who are like, I got to try this new style. I got to do this new thing. And they try something that's different, and you just got to get it out of your system. So you can, like, experiment, see if it works, and you learn from failures just as much as you learn from successes when you're in the art world.
I think this movie will be more beloved as time goes on. I know
it's going to be a cult movie that has to lay its roots. Time's got to go by. People got to see it. Like, how many people? I was telling people I was recording a podcast episode on this week, and 90% of people they were like, "What movie?"
If you show me the poster and you tell me it's 3 hours long, that's an easy no. But it was directed by the guy that did Hereditary and Midsommar. I'm like, that's a probably no.
Son of a bitch, you got me.
No, the poster is that bad. Very happy I watched it. Thank you so much for putting it in the vote and for voting for it on our Patreon.
It was long overdue for me to see it. I'm severely disappointed, and I'm highly conflicted. Ari Aster said it was going to be a divisive movie. Part of me loves it, part of me hates it, and overall I'm really frustrated, and I'm not happy. So I hope you guys are.
But what we're going to do is we're going to rank it. Now,
I'm interested to see where you try to start on the rankings.
I mean, we'll go in the middle because that's what we do. We start in the middle. So, Shrek or Beau is Afraid. Beau is Afraid.
Shrek.
Beau is Afraid has so much more artistic intent and value and integrity.
Fine, Beau is Afraid.
Please give me that.
I'll give you that, yeah.
It's a penis monster, Shrek. Tomorrow we're having Mariah Carey. It's your mother, Shrek. She's gonna kill you. Your balls are huge, Shrek. Sorry. Okay.
Shrek probably does have a giant sack.
He's got an ogre-sized conkle dongle down there, whatever he calls it. Death Proof or Beau is Afraid?
Death Proof. Death Proof is criminally underrated on our list.
Beau is Afraid.
Ooh.
Okay, on shoot, 1, 2, 3, and then say it out loud.
All right.
1, 2, 3, rock. 1, 2, 3, rock.
Scissors. Fuck.
I'm sorry.
See how good I've gotten? The viewer couldn't see that. I didn't even have to do the motion anymore.
We'll move up slowly. The Killer or Beau is Afraid?
The Killer.
The Killer. Guardians of the Galaxy 1 or Beau is Afraid? Two different movies.
Yeah.
Guardians of the
Galaxy 1.
Okay. That puts Beau is Afraid at number 20. Which you're not going to like is above Evil Dead 2013. It's 20 out of 61 though, so that seems appropriate.
I think I at this point in my life I have to come to terms with that I'm the minority with 2013 Evil Dead. Seems like everybody I talk to dislikes the movie.
No, not me.
I know you like it, but I
like Evil Dead Rise more though.
Yeah, I did just rewatch that 2 nights ago.
Rise is good.
I did enjoy it a lot more.
Rise is good.
I just have a problem with movies, especially IPs that I really am like passionate about.
Yeah.
It's a problem for me.
Well, if you want access to bonus episodes of Popcorn Dogs, lots of episodes are not available in the main feed. Check out patreon.com/hairofthedogcast to get access to those immediately. Special thanks to Patreon executive producers Brian Ward, Ryan Krisinek, Kip Kipper, Phil Wright, Jordan Hoff, Kelly Gutowski, Bryant Ross, Phil Just Red Bear Phil, thanks Tyler, Justin Melly, Just Sonic, Spetsnaz, and Ejot. We appreciate your support. And since this was a Patreon vote, the next one is my selection.
Do you have yours picked yet?
I think what I want to do going forward, if you're okay with it, is always have it be a vote. But I get to choose the next 4 movies for the vote, and then we can let the Patreon vote on which one.
Oh, I'm down with that.
It's relinquishing some control. Now we can also do like we're doing this movie, but I'm gonna at least for my next pick, I'm gonna put 4 movies up and let the audience decide.
There is one movie that I definitely want to talk about, so I guess I could just keep putting it in the vote. I won't say the name of it. I don't think I said it last time.
Yeah.
But I told you there's one movie I definitely want to do. Maybe I'll just keep putting it in the vote.
I don't think we've done a Hayao Miyazaki film yet. I'd like to do like Porco Rosso or Princess Mononoke.
If we keep leaving it up to votes too, yeah, we should kind of switch it up. I would like more variety. And I think we have good variety so far, but like we get a little weird with it.
What, you want less weird?
No, I said we could get a little more weird with it.
We just talked about a 3-hour-long penis monster sexcapade.
I'm not saying in terms of content that we're ingesting, but like
it's a big penis.
We got a lot of MCU movies on there, a lot of Tarantino.
We could do another ranking.
Another ranking would be cool, yeah.
Coen Brothers.
We only have one on there.
Which one?
No Country for Old Men.
It's good. But I will figure out what is next. But thank you so much for listening to Popcorn Dogs. And don't go in the attic.
Give your mother a call. Or don't.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Just think about it.
Yeah.
Did you ever wish your mother was dead?
What?
It's an okay feeling to have.